Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for clicking on this video. Guys, today's video is something that I would say a certain group of people would call it karma. And you know, when you want to do something and you feel like it's going to be in your benefit and everything is going in shambles, everything is not turning out the way you expected it to be. And this is what is happening to Latinos, because I feel like these people put themselves in a position or in a place where they feel like anything that concerns or affects Black people does not like affect them in a way, because they feel like they are closer to whiteness, which is like crazy for me to like even think about or see. And tell me why we have this Latino Trump supporter who is coming on the internet and posting and trying to put a lawsuit or really show that his neighbors are racist to him because they don't want to play with his kids, and they're telling him to go back to Mexico or to go back to where he came from. Like, if he actually thought that when he voted or if he votes for Trump, he's going to be treated any better, and it's actually not in his favor. And this is what Black people have always been talking about, and I've seen quite a number of Black people like coming out and talking about like these issues and warning people of color that you guys, we are in the same box. Like you don't have to think like you are better than even us Black people, because I mean, we as Black Americans especially, we don't have anywhere to go. No offense, like the US or white people cannot like chase away Black American people from America. They can't, because it's their home, literally. But when it comes to you people of color that just come and immigrate into that country, you don't have any stand in that country. They can be able to chase you out and literally tell you to go back to your countries, and this is what is going on. But yeah guys, this is what people had to say about this. And I mean, Black people had to come out and speak about this because they warned you, they tried to warn you, but I mean, they didn't listen. So now they are facing the consequences of the vote that they thought was going to do better for them. Guys, listen to these people, come back and let me know what you think about it.
Angel Rodriguez voted for Trump. His kids went to play with the neighbor boys across the street, and they were telling his children to go back to Mexico. This is Angel Rodriguez, really upset.
Can you just explain?
But this is a man who did not believe the rhetoric. Somehow he thought he was immune to the bigotry and the hate.
Okay, go ahead. It's only kids into you.
Hey, it's unfortunately not illegal to tell somebody to go back somewhere. I would just say go back to hell where you came from.
Trending topic, Angel Rodriguez. You guys, this story is hilarious. Angel Rodriguez is a Latino Trump supporter. He allows his kids to go across the street and play with his neighbor's kids. The neighbor is a white Trump supporter. The neighbor comes outside with his pew-pew and tell him, do not allow your kids to come over here. Your kind don't belong in this country, and things like that. Other racist remarks. Now, racism is never funny. However, what's happening to him is funny, because you went and you voted for a racist man to run the office, to run the White House, right? So this is your karma. This man is about to mass deport your people. You went and voted against your kind, and you want us to feel sorry for you. You come to TikTok looking for sympathy from us for you when you voted for this. You and your neighbor are two sides of the same coin. The only difference is that other side of the coin don't want you here, and you voted for that. You have to deal with that, and your family should be very disappointed in you. That's your problem. We don't care.
Before we continue, guys, like one thing I wanted to like understand, like this person came on the internet and wanted people like to feel sorry for him for what was happening, and especially like people of color. And what is really like serious to me is he knew that he was sending this message to his people. That's why he was speaking in Spanish, because I don't think he speaks like Spanish all the time. And why wasn't he speaking in English to these people? And also what was like funny to me as well is the more he spoke in his language, the more he was pissing off even the officers. Like, they were like triggered by him speaking in a language they don't understand. And so they couldn't even be on his side to even understand what he was talking about. But the thing is, your neighbors don't want their kids to play with your kids because they don't see them as worth. But you decided to go on a ballot and tick for a person that you thought was going to do like better for you, and it's now backfiring. But I think these people are now getting into their senses, like, oh, we need to like really be using our brains and listen to black people, especially for what they say, because we are all suffering and are gonna end up in the same way or even worse as us, because we are more immigrant than the black American people, because we acquire citizenship by just coming in and applying for it. These ones are born here. They are born here. Black people are born in America. Like, this is what other groups of people are, like, need to understand. They cannot compete and, you know, want to put black people down, especially black American people, when they are in a position when they can be deported. Like, now, I talked about how Trump wants to like really go in with the immigration or deportation part of it, actually also getting into the army and literally raiding people. And they don't care if you even have the American citizenship. They don't care. They just want their country to be free from groups of people. But yeah, guys, let's continue.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme. And I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this. But you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Have y'all heard about that Cuban Trump supporter, man, that moved to Texas and is now filing a lawsuit because he's facing racism and discrimination, not just from his neighbors, but also local law enforcement? Bro, we gotta talk about some Latinos, right, that are conservative, right? It doesn't matter. You can vote whatever way you want, right? This is not about that, right? But there's certain Latinos, man, that think that they're gonna be accepted by all white people simply because they're Republicans, right? Because they vote the same way. Oh, these are my people. They think like us, you know? And then they move to certain places, man, where it's extremely conservative, right? And they don't realize, man, that there's nothing but white people there, man. It's a specific type of white person, man, that ain't gonna give a fuck if you're a conservative, if you vote Republican, if you're a Christian. They're not gonna give a fuck, man. They're not gonna like you simply because you're Latino, bro. They're gonna treat you no different than the Mexicans that are crossing the borders illegally, bro, that they stay talking shit about all day long online, you know? But I find that absolutely hilarious, you know? That Cuban dude probably moved over there like, nah, man, we all think the same, man. We're Republicans, fuck communism, man. Fuck the Democrats. I thought we was part of the same team, he probably said, man. Nah, man, y'all gotta be careful, bro, where y'all move, man. This is America. Don't forget, this is America.
Angel Rodriguez. Come on up, partner. Spotlight's on you today, baby. Child, I don't know if y'all heard the story, but allow me to put my spin on it. Baby Angel came over here to America, settled up all nice and cozy with them white folks, baby, and said, hey, I think I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. Baby, his neighbor said, yes, amigo, Donald Trump, vote for him. After the election, Angel sent his little kids over there to play with the little white kids. And them white folks told him, if you don't come get these little pendejos. Baby, them white folks said, thanks for the vote, sucker, but your can gotta go. Baby, but the most comical part of it all is watching this whole ass clown all over social media, still in his bag of gear, talking about how they was being racist towards him. Baby, them leopards ain't ate good in 4 years. They feasting now. Do you hear me? Never thought the leopards would eat my face.
You fucked around and found out. Yeah. Seriously. You fucked around and found out. This, again, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. That right there in living color and sound. The leopards eating your face. Even the cop telling you to shut up. Basically, I don't speak Spanish, I shut up. And he's annoyed by you speaking Spanish. This is what you wanted. This is what you precipitated. You're one of those lighter skinned Cubans that I'm sure your ass checked white on the census. You know what I'm saying? And your ass wouldn't want your children when they get of age to probably date a black person. You're one of those lighter skinned Cubans that are racist as fuck. You guys vote Republican all the time. Meanwhile, your ass cannot pass for whites, no matter what the fuck you do. But you're voting for that shit. And I hate to say it, a lot of you folks down there, you guys are misogynistic as hell. You can't see a woman being president. There's a cultural thing about that too. You guys have a cultural disrespect for women too. And I've seen it. I grew up in it. I'm from the Caribbean. And I would say, you know, we're immersed or we're right beside, have to live alongside Latin America. And I've seen it. I've seen how a lot of Latinos from down the Caribbean treat women, how they think about women, what they say about women. So it's no surprise that culturally, some of you just couldn't wrap your head around voting for Kamala Harris to be president. Pero ahora, los leopardos están comiendo su cara. Los leopardos están comiendo sus caras. This is what you asked for, man. This is FAFO in Spanish. FAFO in Spanish. For you 54% of Latino men, of which you were one of them, that voted for this for Trump. Voted for the 21st century's brown shirts. January, when he takes office, during the inauguration, later that day, they're going to start their I forgot what they call their Operation Boulder, or whatever they called it. Under the 1798 Act, they're going to start their operation to go across the country, deploy people across the country to go and grab up folks like you. And if you think they're going to leave you alone because you're a naturalized U.S. citizen, they don't care. You look like the people they're talking about, so they're going to grab you up. They're going to snatch up a lot of U.S. citizens and green card holders with that. People who are legally here, people who have waited years, who have came into the country the right way. They're gonna snatch up a lot of folks like that. And let me say something, they don't care. Why I say they don't care? They don't care because, frankly, here's the thing, and I've said this before. The way the Republican Party has been conducting themselves, socio-politically, socio-culturally, since the switch in the 60s, ensures that no conscious, sensible, grounded person of color, black people and other people of color, no grounded, conscious, sensible person of color will ever vote for them. Because frankly, they're flagrantly anti-black, they're flagrantly fucking white supremacists, they're flagrantly fucking racist. So no conscious person of color will vote for them. People of color includes you Latinos that voted for Trump. Your children will grow up here. You're having more babies. Your population increase percentage as Latinos is over 2%. Whitey folks who vote Republicans, their population, their reproductive rate is under 1%, like 0.8 something, approaching 0.7 in the 70%. They are on track to be outbred. White people are on track to be outbred in this country. And they see you, the most populous minority in this country, as a threat to that white majority, that white power dominance. So the man told you to go back to where you came from, right? That is what they want. That is what Trump is going to enact on almost day one. But you, so freaking misogynistic. You're such an entitled, you're such an aspiring white person. A lot of you Latinos that voted for this man. You're such an aspiring white people. You voted in a way. You're the dog that ran towards the car, and the car you thought that you could catch and ride in was whiteness. You were palling around with the leopards. You thought you and the leopards were cool. You thought you and the leopards were cool. Psych! You were never going to catch the car? Well, you're going to catch the car, but the car's going to run you over. And the leopards never saw you as their legitimate quote-unquote masters. Never saw you as one of them. Leopards always saw you as prey. Prey that they would systematically devour. Prey that they would systematically devour. You know, when in lean times, or when needed, or when they need to take new territory, they're going to devour you. So, this is what you get. Mr. Angel Rodriguez, the Latin version of Fafo. The leopards ate his face. The dog that caught the car.
Guys, you heard what the people had to say. I can't really add on more of this, but just to bring more stories, because it's getting crazier and crazier every single day. The amount of regret from groups of people that actually voted for the person in power right now. I see like, I don't know how many videos in a day, and it's just wild. But yeah, guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video.